Okay. I would like to say shalom to everyone. Thank the Most High for another day. I know that I owe you all the Ten Horns lesson. This is not a lesson I'm going into. This is just a just like a like a message I wanted to give out real quick in regards to I would say integrity for the most part. Integrity when it comes down to the Bible, bibliography, studying, and life is a very important lifestyle. Um, we try to, I try to be the one, and me and my wife, and I'm sure there's others. We try to live, and we take that, and like very seriously. Um, what I have encountered, um, dealing with this particular, understanding we're the children of Israel. Uh, you're talking about since 2009. I've been on YouTube for a minute, teaching brothers and sisters off camera, um, not really having a total, what you would have, like a total church together of my own. Of course, I've done that um, on a smaller level, dealing with small groups, even online. And, things were, flourishing and growing. But what I wanted to do, and I'm just giving you all like a history of myself on how I actually, came into the truth. Um, like I said, you know, dealing with this type of information, is very sensitive. I try to give as much respect as I can when it comes down to brothers, elders, things of that nature, and sisters. Coming into the truth of this, I noticed there was a particular church that I followed. Some people believe it was the GOCC. It was not. The first church was the Light and Body Church. Okay, it was called the Light and Body. After that, um, you know, even before that, it was called Christ Church. Okay, Be, you know, all the they everything was all together, because what I did was pray and ask the Most High, show me the true way and how to worship you. What is the truth? And I ran into the Light and Body, and which it was called Christ Church. All right. So, like, first, of course, it was Christ Church. Then it was a split, and it became Light and Body. Okay. I'm not mentioning no one names. I don't have to, and because I'm not jumping on a particular person per se, but the spirits involved that allow people to let spirits deal with them in a manner that is righteous. And I'm just gonna say this, and I know I might get pushback, and I really don't care. Um, I just want to be respectful in the way I'm presenting this message. So if I may be stumbling and saying a lot, it's just because I'm a very I'm kind of rough around the edges, and as I age, I learn how to speak more respectfully. You understand? Um, so let me just say this to any brother right now that feel that they want to start a church, okay, or a congregation. We don't have to use the word church, or congregation, or an assembly of brothers and sisters in the truth, right? The the way you do it is make sure you have a team set up first with you and other brothers as a council. Before you even do that, make sure you're not causing a split from a church body based on evil doings. okay? Based on being evil, all right? And I'm saying that is because if you do set up a church based on your evil doings, because this information I'm going into is other brothers that may feel that they want to start a church or a congregation. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Christ, at the end of the day, is the church. But as us coming together, unifying in small little areas here and there, and you want to start an assembly of of Christ through the Spirit of the Most High is in that. But if you start that assembly based on dividing because of an evil act, you're gonna get what's due to you. If you start something, an assembly or congregation based on an evil act, separating another body, okay, what you think gonna happen to your body? I mean, really think. Think about that. What you think gonna happen? You're gonna get is Galatians 6. You're gonna get it's gonna be reap what you sow. You understand? If the branch is evil from the beginning, what you think the whole lump? It's gonna be a separation. It's gonna be things that's gonna happen. The body that you will be in your mind, probably thinking, oh, they coming against the work. You understand? If they coming against the work, that's one thing. But something that's consistent every year, every year, every year, every year, because it is a reason behind that. Not saying that right now, if I start from scratch all over again and start bringing brothers and sisters together, it won't be any issues. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is don't feel too comfortable. And like I said, I'm talking to brothers right now. Like this is fueled by something, some situations that I've seen happen to an actual body right now. Okay, all right. And like I said, I'm bringing this out because based on a comment that I made in their live feed, I was timed out. Okay, and I feel it. I mean, I understand. You understand if it's something sensitive. If it's something sensitive and you feel that it's a sensitive situation, then that should tell you that you need to get that checked first, okay? You need to make sure that that's right and make sure that, you and that brother, you know what I'm saying, or any other brother that's dealing with this, make sure you and your brother ain't in conflict. And it would be best of both parties and interests to come together as one body. Especially if you're the person that caused a division from the beginning and then you start your own thing, what you think gonna happen to you? That's just the way it go. And like I said, I'm bringing this out to other brothers that feel in their mind, I want to make sure that this don't sound like it's just targeted to one person or just one body. Because this happened to all the camps and it's a lot going on. You understand? Of course, we understand that Satan is going to cause us to be all over the place, dealing with certain type of spirits and things of that nature. We understand, but we need to learn how to excuse some of these devils that try to attack leaders. That if you have a spirit in you that you feel that you need to be a leader, I mean, make sure you're right. Fast and pray. If you have to do what Christ did, do it 40 days and 40 nights. Make sure you get the spirits off you first. Make sure you get all the spirits off you first, because I'm gonna tell you, the Most High will allow Satan to test you. You understand? The Most High will allow Satan to test you. So, and I'm saying that I know, like I said, some people will not like this video or live broadcast. They think that I'm trying to attack people, but I'm being real. The best thing for brothers to do, just for your own good and integrity, make sure, I'm going to say it again because I know how our people are, make sure that you're not causing a division. Okay? You're not causing a division based on an evil act. Now, if you want to go and do your own thing and, you know, deal with the doctrine of Christ through the Holy Spirit and make sure everything is righteous through the Bible, there's nothing wrong with that. You got different bodies all over the world. Okay? There's not just one body of Christ. It's one body, but there's not just one place and one what you would call church, and that's the only truth. The Most High don't deal that way. All right, the Most High deal with us in by scattering us. We were scattered all over the world. All right, we were scattered all over the world. All right. So of course, my head is covered. I'm not bring doing a lesson. I'm just giving out some information based on some a situation that's transpired based on a body right now, an actual congregation. And I thought I would give my few little cents in, because I guess I feel that it's a sensitive situation, and I know a lot of you brothers and sisters that may fall on this particular live feed or broadcast that may want to start your own thing. Don't deal with separating someone, undercut them, and then starting your own thing. It's going to get destroyed. It's going to get destroyed, even though it may seem like on the outskirts that everything is good, because the Most High will allow certain things to happen. But even what will happen is, once it's time, the leader of that person that caused the separation will be removed. People don't understand that if you feel that it's okay to be in, to cause a separation and to start your own thing, you're going to be removed. The best thing to do is to come down off your high horse, okay? If you are one of the leaders, okay, of a body, and you know that you started your congregation based on evil acts, okay, it's best for you to come down and under humility and being humble and just be a regular member. Don't consider yourself an elder, a deacon, a pastor, a bishop, because these offices, all right, you have to be, and I'm going to say it, blameless, okay? You have to be blameless, of course, in your understanding. You're not accountable for certain things you don't know. You have to be blameless. People ask me, man, oh man, I want you to start this and that. Sometimes I may, a few years ago, I used to get emails, I'm just waiting for you to do this. I'm waiting for you to do that. I want to make sure I'm in the right spirit. That takes time. That's a personal thing between that person and the Most High. It doesn't really matter what other people say. It depends on how you understand what you need to do as a person so you can bring forth a real full-fledged interpretation of the scriptures based on being 100%. That's why we have so many different denominations and all that. That's why we have so many different understandings of the Bible, because people think that it's okay for them to do whatever they want. They think it's okay for them to, what you would call, break up one church or congregation, start their own thing and get funds and doing all this bull crap. And Satan can just run rampant all through that. But when you don't give him a chance, there's a door. You understand? There's a blockage right there. Nope. The Most High say, nope, this is the church or congregation I'm dealing with. This leader here was just like Job. You understand? This leader here was just like my son that I set as an example. Now, y'all gonna make me take this thing off my head, and I can go through each scripture right now. It's about 30 of them that'll tell you in the Bible that you have to be 100%. If you want to be an elder, a deacon, or a pastor of a church, you best believe that duty, that office, that position, you better make sure that you 100%. Period. I don't care. People can think whatever they think. I can go into the scriptures. Y'all know this channel. Y'all know who I am. If I have to prove it, I'll prove it to you. You can go to Psalms 37, verse 37 right now. Okay? I can prove that. It's not a game. It's no joke, man. This is not a joke. This walk is no joke. You got to be you got to be a sociopath to think that you can cause a division in one church or body and start another. You understand? That doesn't even add up. Something is not right up here. That doesn't add up, Slim. Like that doesn't make sense. And of course, it makes me upset because when a person don't want to fess up to certain things, they don't want to fess up to what they do. That's even more fuel on the fire that I had. Like that's just, and you worried about somebody stealing from you. Of course they're gonna steal from you. You did the same thing. You understand? Like what you think? The person that's stealing or stole is mad from the person that's stealing from them. Who cares? All right. It, you if you started something from stealing, don't get mad when somebody steal from you. All right. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. And I'm saying that, okay, I'll give you an example of my own life, okay? All right. Now, when it comes to certain things, uh, even when I was younger, like you still reaping, even though the Most High may not allow everything to be totally, totally annihilated. Um, but I knew it was wrong. You know, even when I was in high school, I used to, you know, I ain't incriminating myself, but it was cookies. You understand? I was greedy. I'm still greedy. My wife would tell you I like to eat. I eat a lot. You know. So as a youngin, I would always, try to grab an extra snack or something. It'd be sitting there. I just grab it and put it in my pocket. And I'm doing this from ninth grade all the way to 11th grade. Taking certain things out of the lunch line, extra milks and all that crap, right? Of course, you ask the Most High as you get older. Oh, Father, thank you for. I could, who knows? It could have just suspended me or got me locked up, But thing is, you ask the Most High to forgive you. Now, when you get older, certain things happen to you. Certain things get stole from you, and you got to think, man, why the Most High allow this to happen? Well, remember you were stealing cookies and lunch and all this other stuff out of the daggone lunchroom. So of course, this stuff you reap it. You reap if you sow oranges in the ground, seeds in the ground, oranges gonna grow out. It's just the order of I would call spiritual physics. Okay, it's just the way it go. So all this crying and bickering and people calling some guy this evil guy from leading people to another land and country and all this other stuff, and well, you know what? He caused a division. Look at what you did. Like I said, I'm putting out no names. I'm just putting it out here clear. And y'all know if I have to go into the scriptures to show you that a deacon, elder, anybody that's giving themselves those titles, and you're actually supposed to have counsel to vote who's going to be your leader, to vote who's going to be your counsel, or your, what I'm saying, a pastor or an elder of church. All right. Now this thing is kind of locking up a little bit. I apologize. Let me see here. 1 second here. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Missed you, brother. Shalom, brother. Much blessings. Yeah, I haven't been in a while. I just want to I have to apologize to Laki for that. Still getting the lesson together in regards to the 10 horns video or live feed. I'm going to deal with that. Martin says, "What up, Mel? What's going on?" I appreciate you, Martin, for tuning in. I know I've been on here for a while, and you all have been following uh, some of these videos I've been making, if you know my gov. uh, so I thank you all for tuning in. Love you, brothers and sisters. Like I said, it's all about love, you know what I'm saying? I know some people say, man, you just attacking, you just want to attack. It ain't about attacking a person. I'm not naming no one. It's just the fact that you'll probably still be able to figure out who I'm talking about or what congregation I'm talking about. It's just the fact that I get upset when a person want to act like blameless when the whole thing that based on how the whole situation was started, like the whole congregation, if a whole congregation was started under a person that caused division, don't be surprised when division is amongst your body. Period. It does not make sense. Like based on, and this is my new term. Y'all can't steal it. I guess I'm being a little jocular, kind of joking around because I was a little upset earlier. It's called spiritual physics. Okay, spiritual physics. You start something from an evil foundation and saying that it's righteous, which you can lead people to righteousness that way, but don't get alarmed and don't get upset and make a whole 2 hour lesson or dissertation in regards to something that you know that's going to happen to you. Okay, it's just the way it goes. It's not you're not, and I'm not sitting up here saying if I was to start today a congregation, certain things are not going to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be evil presence anywhere. All right, Christ was 100% perfect, and you had situations with Peter and Judas Iscariot. It's just going to go that route. But you notice, based on the character of Christ, what stood? You understand? What stood? Perfection. So based on the character of Christ, the leader of all of us in this generation, when it comes down to understanding how to live holy, based on the death, burial, and his resurrection, was a perfect life. So to be a leader, you got to deal with understanding that part of it, especially an elder or deacon or bishop. Come on. That's not something to play with. You call yourself that, an officer. I know you got these different terms, officer, a person like myself, just a brother. I'm not saying it's okay to be out here doing this and that. No, of course it's not. So there you all have it. Thank you all. Like I said, I didn't. This is not like a lesson that I'm putting together. My head is covered, so therefore I cannot go into the scripture, which is considered obedience. You know, that's the main thing. The small stuff that people call small to the Most High is not small. It's not small to him. Nothing is, when it comes down to sin and obedience or whatever. Adam and Eve, oh, it's just a piece of fruit or whatever. You can kill a whole. It's all based on the Most High deal with math. You know what I'm saying? He's mathematical. Everything he deal with. 2 + 2 is never 6. You understand? You got to add another 2 there to get that. It's always everything based on your body. Look at your DNA. You know what I'm saying? The way you are. What if one heartbeat is, or 2 or 3 heartbeats is off? What you think is going to happen to you? You may have a stroke and die. Your brain's not getting the right amount of oxygen. You can fall out and die, or pass out at least. Everything is based on the way. All we have to do is look around us. You understand? All we have to do is look around us. The sun itself is perfect in distance from the earth, not to burn it up or not to have it too cold. You understand? And of course, the earth tilts back and forth. That's where you get your seasons from, and it go in the actual sun itself goes through portals to make your 4 seasons. And when it goes through those 4 seasons, I know people say, well, how you know the sun tilt or the earth tilts a little bit? Well, I'm going to something else, but I want you all to pay attention to this too, because I have. The way the sun sets in the east in the summertime is a little bit different easterly in the fall. Of course, it's in the same vicinity, but it's not in the exact same spot. So I know that the earth is doing a little bit of moving. tilt in some kind of way, not knowing in totality how. But if you pay attention to where the sun set every year, or throughout the seasons, it sun sets in the east in different parts of the east vicinity. Okay, but that's a totally different topic. But based on this, I just want to say, if you start something to eliminate a lot of situations, come correct. Make sure that you're blameless. It's not a joke. So like you talking about running a church or a congregation, make sure that you 100. You have to be, or you're gonna be dealing with all type of issues. You understand? Now, of course, we all gonna get attacked. Um, but a lot of people know I have never made a disclaimer saying I'm this, I'm that, I'm going to be this, I'm going to just hide this, and I'm going to put this. No, it's not going. It's just it'll be really hard to attack a person that's humble enough to understand to be wise. You understand? Be wise. Make sure that you got respect for this person. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see me make a video attacking a person directly to tear them down. If they tear themselves down, I can go through the information and show you this is the reason why this is happening to you. Okay, your church is falling and your character is being tried right now based on the display of demonic characteristics you showed during this time, and it was never eliminated. You understand? That's the reason why. It's not really hard to understand. Like I said earlier, the Most High is math. He deal with mathematics. You understand? Your body is perfect the way it is. Of course, you may have one leg a little bit longer than the other and things of that nature. That's just be due to certain types of, you know, DNA or whatever you want to. But a lot of us, our heart beats on time. Our blood pressure is correct. Your temperature is pretty much 98.7 or whatever. Everything is pretty much intact, so you can walk around every day because there's an order, and that order through the Most High, of course, before it was tainted, was perfect. When I say tainted, vaccinations, vaccines cause certain parts of the body to become a little altered. But there's even in that there's a grace of adjustment where the body can make, where it can still operate, but it's just not totally perfect on how it used to be. So y'all understand where I'm coming from, and this is the reason why when I hear certain things about a church or a congregation and they having issues and all this kind of stuff, well, look at the foundation in which you created this congregation. 2 plus 2 is 4. Banana seed in the ground, it will never grow a grape. Okay, it doesn't work that way. We know that. Galatians 6 to tell you that. All right, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me see if there are any. Someone says we also have a sun simulator. Aaron Shalom. Thank you, Aaron, for tuning in. Wake says, think judgment is coming quicker. Yeah, it's judgment, and I'm gonna just say this real quick in regards to judgment. Judgment is like a storm. A storm could be called Maria, Storm Maria, Hurricane Maria, or whatever. They got something called ETA, which is estimate time of arrival. They call it ETA or ETA, which is weird. They got some weird storm called ETA that came through here or whatever, or it's about somewhere over there in Florida. We hear of it. We hear of what it did, in that time, a couple of days ago, few days ago, but we understand. And when you say judgment is coming, to give you an understanding of how I understand judgment is, we know that there's certain things that's happening today that will lead to our time of judgment, which is how, storms and things of that nature move. So we know what signs to look for. I mean, the biggest sign right now is, of course, is fake. I don't totally agree with a corona, but we understand that there's certain things that's putting people down, which is nothing but poisoning waters more. You go into your bathroom right now, if you live in the considered low housing income areas, just turn on your faucet and see how much different your water smell. Go take a shower and see how quick you might get a sinus infection. So I mean, just saying. So they put certain things more in the foods. Now, of course, you had the election that just happened, and who knows? People getting so political and dealing with this patriotic stuff, um, caring about if Biden win, and or Trump and things of that nature. They're gonna just push the same beast system. But what they do based on that system is they're gonna, if you're a gun holder, one party will come against the gun control. That's just the way Satan has it set. And once we start getting prepared as people, they're going to put in someone in office that's going to try to take away gun control. So that's just how it go. Um, so you have all these situations happening, poison in the waters. That's what causes this so-called fake corona. I mean, they call it coronavirus. It's nothing but coronary artery issues. That's why they get that. That's why they call it that. So that's all. I mean, I just wanted to make this. I know, like I said, I know I owe you all the actual Tin Horns video or live teaching. I'm going to get that together. I just want to make sure all the information I'm going to go into is 100%. I don't like to put out information that's half stepping. You all know how I teach. All right. Someone says, "Take care, brother. Good to see you." Thank you, Shimuel. Probably messed your name up. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I hope to see what it says. Take care, brother. Good to see you, and hope you're back on here soon. Yes, I'll be back. Got to. It's just in me to do it. It's something I can't avoid. The Most High deal with us in certain ways. We like to put out information, even though we know doing this type of stuff, you put your life on the line, especially when you have a sincere heart and you want to be respectful to your brothers and sisters in a correct, humble manner and show benevolence. You know, it is, that's just how it goes. We got to be careful out here, especially, you putting your face out there. A lot of people are not really that, and not saying that everybody don't want to be seen. You understand? A lot of people behind the scenes can help out as well. So, like I said, I thank you all for tuning in. I don't want to get too long-winded. 30 minutes been passed already. That's time go by so fast nowadays. So I'm going to say shalom. Thank you all for tuning in. This is my life, and I'll be doing this for the rest of it. Shalom.